Kwai ni bak. My name is Joe Bruchac. I'm the author of Killer of Enemies and the sequel to Killer of Enemies, Trail of the Dead. I'm going to read a section from chapter 15 where my main character Lozen encounters a character straight out of traditional Chiricahua stories. The air seems to shimmer and dance around him, and then like dust caught in a beam of sunlight, his shape disperses and reforms itself. Now, instead of a mangy dog-like creature, I'm looking at a scrawny old brown-skinned man wearing an eared fur cap, a torn buckskin loincloth, and a very snazzy pair of new leather boots. Leather that looks to be red and blue beaded lizard skin. I furrow my brow as I study those boots. Hey, Coyote whines. Wasn't like you was going to use any of that skin, little girl. Why should I leave it all for them buzzards? I shake my head and let it go. No point arguing with Coyote. Once he possesses something, it's his, at least until he does something foolish and loses it. Trade, I say again. Old Man Coyote nods. Trade, he agrees. What do I get? Entrails, I say. Nice and warm and juicy from the javelina I just killed. His mouth waters at the thought, but he doesn't nod. More, he says. What have you got? I ask in return. What you need know, he says. One thing. I have no doubt that he does know one thing that I'd like to know about. Tricky and foolish as Coyote may be, he is always looking and listening. But I can't give in too quickly. More, I reply. 2 things. Then you get the liver, too. His eyes get brighter at that, and the same dance of molecules around him begins once more, ending with him back in the shape of the animal he was when I first saw him. He leans forward, a string of saliva hanging out of his gaping mouth, but then he catches himself. 2 things? He whines in that nasal voice. 2? I nod. Entrails, liver, and lung. Last offer, he says. Deal, I say. He starts forward. I hold my hand up. What? He whimpers. You promise. Promise on your mother's life. A little growl escapes from his lips and he shows his teeth. He no longer looks as foolish or mangy as before, that appearance he chose to make it seem as if he is not the dangerous old creature he truly is. He's looking bigger, more menacing, but I don't let him frighten me. I just repeat what I said. Promise. Promise on your mother's life. He leans back onto his haunches again. You bargain hard, little girl. Then the grin returns to his face. Okie dokie, I promise. May my mother drop dead if I lie to you now. The image grows through my mind of an elderly coyote lady walking along and then suddenly clutching her heart and falling over. But what else can I do but trust him? At least a little.